What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. You know who it is. Your boy John.
I'm the fucking goddamn
Nobody
cold slayer.
Cold Slayer, yeah.
Fuck that cold up, homie.
It's been a hell of a week.
We're both sick.
Yeah. I didn't even know you were sick. I figured like I was gonna get a text from you some point this week, be like, "Where the fuck your bitch ass at?" And I didn't hear anything, so I was like, "Oh, he's busy with work." Like,
Sick. Yeah.
What's going around, man?
Yeah, someone was Typhoid Mary.
Yeah,
it was Roxanne for sure. It's always her.
I went to class on Monday, and I couldn't. I did the warm up. I couldn't even finish the warm up, so I had to sit down. Then I did one roll, and like halfway through, mind you, he's a big boy. Halfway through, I was done. I had to tap, and I was like, I'm out, man. I can't.
Pressure tapping.
It wasn't even pressure tap. It just couldn't breathe. Like I was just completely done. And then he goes, we could switch. You could start on top. And I was like, it ain't gonna make a difference. Being on top, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then the next day on Tuesday, I was like trying to work. My nose was stuffy. I was kind of like in a fog, and then I started getting dizzy. And then that was it. I was like, I can't even think. I can't even concentrate. I had to take the rest of the day off, man. It was bad.
It's that new China virus, dude.
Maybe.
Dude, I was on Sunday and Monday. I was breathing like this.
Yeah. Trying to sleep is miserable.
I was sleeping on my couch because I can sleep sitting up.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
So I'll tuck myself into my couch and just sleep sitting up.
I'm not gonna lie. I fucking stuffed some toilet paper in my nose.
So you
breathe out your mouth. Well, because like if I sleep on one side, one nose is like clear.
Yeah.
But then everything just comes out. So I like slept with a thing in my mouth. I woke up, it was gone.
Ooh,
Where
damn,
the fuck
boy!
Did that paper go?
Damn, boy! You sucked it in.
That was gone.
Dude, I would fall asleep with the cough drops in my mouth.
I
tuck them in like a little zinny and fucking.
Right out. I didn't really have bad cough. Just sneezing, stuffing, like bad stuffy nose,
congestion. Yeah.
Really like foggy. Like I couldn't think. Everything was.
Yeah. It had the same shit.
It just felt harder to think about anything.
Were we making out?
I guess so. Maybe I don't know. Dude, we had to go to the store. Just walking around Walmart. I was like, fuck.
That's funny because I was telling you, dude, I think I was carrying a tool bag, weighs like I don't know 3-4 pounds. Walking to my car and I was like, oh, god damn.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, man, it's been brutal. But I know like even people at work and out in Illinois, they were having and then what some symptoms.
Hey, hold on, let me stop real quick. For all those motherfuckers that say the S, I need Devin to chime in if he's still watching. It's Illinois.
Illinois.
The S, no, there's no S.
Illinois.
Yes, that's how you say the name of that state. Illinois.
Illinois. I don't know.
It's probably
You're not even from there. Why are you?
It's probably French. It's probably Illinois. But it's Illinois, motherfucker. That's like people, hey, hold on. I'm not done with this rant yet. That's like people who say Nevada. It is not Nevada.
Nevada.
I grew up there. It's Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada.
Everybody who grew up there.
I've never heard anyone say Nevada.
Oh, everybody does. And like Rogan always tells Nevada. And like always people say Nevada because Rogan went on a tangent one time about saying it's Nevada. It's not Nevada.
No, it's Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah.
Just letting everyone know.
I'm from there too.
No S on the end. Oh, I forgot you were born there too. Yeah. I'm going there on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
You want to come?
What's this Saturday?
Oh, I'm leaving Friday night, like Friday afternoon.
What are you doing down there?
So it's funny. One of my business partners, he's an older dude. He's in his mid-60s. He might be 70. Mid-60s. Like 6 months ago, I was texting Devin, actually. And we were texting about the price of Autos in Beaumont. It's crazy expensive, right? So we're texting back and forth about it. And in the middle, my business partner texted me about something. I didn't realize it was him. And I texted him about the price of Autos. And we were talking about Jiu-Jitsu. And he responds to me, oh, you do Jiu-Jitsu? And I was like, motherfucker, that's how I know you. Yeah. Of course I do Jiu-Jitsu. And then I looked, and it was my business partner. And I was like, oh, sorry, I meant to text somebody else that. And he was like, oh, I started doing Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, really? And like he actually trains at Gracie Omaita in Reno.
Oh.
And then I was going to hit up his professor and be like, hey, let me know when he's getting promoted. I want to come up there and be there because he's an integral person in my life. And he hit me up, and he was like, hey, I'm going to get promoted on this day. And I was like, hey, I'll be there. Let me know.
Oh, sick. So, yeah, so you're going to just for a promotion?
Just to watch him get promoted.
I'm assuming you're going to roll?
If they allow me to. I'm not going to go beat up there. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
There's a bunch of big dude. Northern Nevada.
So you're going to Reno?
Big, yeah, big.
That's
Reno.
exactly where I was born.
Yeah, big boy country, Northern Nevada, dude.
Yeah, that's where I was born.
Yeah,
that's cool. Maybe. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave like Friday afternoon. I'm gonna probably come back right afterwards.
Saturday.
Yeah, probably like stay till we'll eat lunch or whatever. Come down.
I'm
come
gonna be
back.
down. That sounds like
Just
a
go
fun
one
road trip.
stay one night. Yeah. I got shit to do on Sunday. King of the City's a Sunday, so I'm gonna try to make it back for that.
You'll
I'm
make it
gonna try.
back if you leave on Saturday.
If I leave Saturday,
Is he
yeah.
getting promoted on Saturday?
Saturday morning? Yep. Yeah.
Nice,
So
nice.
hopefully it's morning. So I'm gonna hit up his professor and make sure it's cool.
So you show up with Omar Saloon gear.
Of course, dog.
Right,
Of course.
right,
I might have to bring out the fresh gi, put some fresh patches. I've been chilling on ice. I got the OG patches too, homie.
I'm game.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Let me talk to my girl. I might
Yeah.
be down for that. That
Yeah,
sounds
just
like
a little
time.
quick 20-hour road trip. It's like 8 hours there, 8 hours back, something like that.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's like, yeah, it's
Because you go to the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
that's the only thing.
Well, it depends where if you go. Like if you go up to 5,
there might be snow in a lot of areas.
Up in the mountains, yeah. So if you go up to 5, which we probably wouldn't go that way because of the snow, but if you go up to 5, like to Sacramento, there's stuff and then sparse and stuff. But if you go up 395, which goes on the backside of Yosemite, dude, it's like the most picturesque.
My mom has this freaky story. She's into like
I like stories.
Like what do they call it? What's that term?
Supernatural
shit. So you go to the mountain.
Yeah, from Sacramento to Reno.
Yeah, and that's where the Donner Party, all them died. And
Donner
so there's a whole thing about
Yep.
it being spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
She said like she was driving to California one time, and it was just me and her, and I was when I was little, and I was sleeping in the back, and when she was driving, in the rearview mirror, all of a sudden she saw like people sitting next to me. And like she had this whole
like on Disneyland Ghost Ride on Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. And so she had this whole thing about like how she was like, I don't know, praying, freaking out and stuff about because she was like, what the fuck is happening? But she was going through the Donner Pass or whatever it is, which is
it's a beautiful drive, man. The first time I ever went to Reno, I was like 19 or whatever. I was on tour, and they were working on the highway. I think it's at 80. Whatever.
Yeah.
They were working on it, and it was down to 2 lanes, 1 lane going each way, and there was the K rails, and we're in a van and a trailer, and I'm fucking. This is the first time I've ever driven in the snow and shit. I'm fucking white knuckling it for like an hour going over that fucking.
We did it on a motorcycle just after it snowed, so the road was clear.
Yeah, but it was slick.
But it was like there was like snow on the side. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Have you ever gone the back way, 395 though?
Yeah.
We went that's the way to go.
We went up the 395 and came back down. Because we were trying to hurry, so then we came back down that side.
It's a little bit slower. It's a little bit further if you go.
You go through little towns and shit like that. That's where we went.
Yeah, they got the McDonald's out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it looks at the backside of Yosemite.
Yeah, we that's where we were. We went during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was shut down. Everything. Yeah. We got into this town off the 395 in Reno. It might be, and they were having a parade.
Yeah,
like everything was locked down. You weren't supposed to do this. You weren't supposed to do that. You had to wear masks, mandatory, blah blah blah. We get to this town, and we had to like drive around the town because we couldn't go to the main road because there was a parade, and we were like what the fuck is going on? They don't give a fuck here. It was crazy. It was pretty funny.
You lived here during COVID, didn't you?
Yeah.
Shit wasn't shut down for me. I was just living normal ass life during COVID.
Yeah, but I mean, you had to wear masks. You weren't allowed gatherings.
I mean, your boy wasn't
technically.
One of the most fucked up I ever got was during COVID when fucking Connor fought Cowboy and I almost fell out of the window. My own window on a single-story house. Hammered drunk, dog. That's why I don't drink IPAs no more.
There you go.
But hey, last weekend we had a fucking sweet-ass weekend. I was stoked to talk about it, but we were both dying sick on Sunday.
Yep.
We went to Who's Number 126 in Costa Mesa.
That was... first, I'm going to say, for an event, for a company that, if you guys subscribe to Flow Grappling is like online thing.
I cancel my subscription. Fuck those fools.
It's so bad. It is so bad. On the Verse, they throw an amazing event.
The event was awesome.
The event was like legit. It was, what I liked about for me? So they did it in a hangar.
It's called The Hangar.
Yeah, it's called The Hangar. So it's a big hangar, which you would think you'd show up and it would feel very...
well, it's an event venue now.
Yeah, but because it's so large, they had that whole area.
Oh, you think it would be big?
That it would feel like
you're far away.
You're far away.
Yeah, you're disconnected.
But they made it feel so everyone was close together.
Yeah,
it made it feel like a cool event. Like it was really cool.
Yeah,
I freaking loved it.
We got like bleacher seats because we kind of thought about it at the end of like fucking Jiu-Jitsu Joe hit me up and was like, hey, let's go to this. So we went, and then like we're in the bleachers. We're like we got there early, so we could have picked anywhere in our spot. We sat in these bleachers like 4 rows up, so we could see right over the commentators. And like, but when you walk down the bleachers, you were 3 feet from there was like a 3 or 4 foot gap, and then the mats.
Yep,
it's super close. And then My girl Kendall. What's up, Kendall? What's up, girl?
Yeah.
Looking good.
And then the lighting was cool. The drink venue was cool. Like you could just grab beers and stuff. And it wasn't crazy long lines
Yeah.
to grab beers or grab snacks or drinks.
I think that's mostly because all those goddamn AOJ kids are there. So there wasn't a lot of drinking age people there.
There's a lot of kids.
Fuck those kids, dude. They need to make these tournaments 18 or over.
Yeah, it's a little
fucking
crazy.
AOJ kids. I'm tired of them being on the mats.
Yeah, Tynan looked massive.
That boy's big, dog.
He's
big.
He's for sure
on the acai.
On the acai and Jesus.
I think that's why he's kind of losing the worlds purposely. I don't think he's like trying that hard because he doesn't care, because he's trying to make the transition in the world to nogi, and then if he pops,
it's whatever.
Well, if he pops in the gi, it kind of tarnishes his legacy. Because like the rumor I heard from a reputable source was that both the Mendez brothers popped the same year because they both retired, I believe, at the same time. They both popped the same year, and they're like, "Hey, you can retire, or we're gonna fucking announce you guys popped." Because they quit on top. They're not even old now. I think I'm older than both of them.
Yeah, they're still young. They could still.
Hoffa can. Guy looks a little bit. I mean, I'm sure he's jacked, but he doesn't look like in shape. Hoffa is.
I feel like they're super focused on growing their business. Which
it's good. I mean, dude, those dudes are balling.
Yeah, the amount of that they charge, and they have some of the top competitors in the world.
It's probably the best overall
team at
team.
Their school.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they're just green as a team because like Atos and Alliance are winning more than they are, but they're not as big.
Yeah, you don't have the names like Diego Pato, fucking Tynan.
Taliesin fights out of AJ.
Taliesin, young guy.
That dude who fought earlier.
What's
Kolobate?
Kolobate. Like,
but
they have some.
Zach Kaina is a black belt world champion. He's there. He fought.
They just have some.
They got a lot of girls that are like black belt world champions.
Girls too.
But they're growing a program. So
they're growing their kids to be the
AOJ is going to be the next powerhouse. I mean, they already are a powerhouse, but they're going to be like the next.
Yeah, agreed.
Like in 5 years, they're going to be the ones.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because they always talk about those fucking stupid kids being the future. It's like, no, you guys are the future. Those kids are like the second future away because like. None of them.
Well, anytime you watch the AOJ kids, like the first match was the kids.
Yeah.
And they had that one kid from AOJ, and he was fucking
Carl Marino. That kid is Jack Diesel.
He looks like a man.
That's like Tynan's protege.
He looks like a little man.
Yeah.
Because he sat in front of us.
Yeah.
And when he sat in front of us, I was like, dude, this kid is massive.
He's in all the King's ads too. He's all swagged out in them.
He's really good though. I was like, man, those kids are gonna be scary.
Yeah. Let's talk about the card a little bit. So the first one was that kid Isaac or Ikaro versus Christopher Sarkisian, a fucking Armenian. I was going for the Armenians. I was anti-AOJ that night, except for Tynan.
And Diego.
And who?
Pato.
Oh, Pato, yeah, for sure. Pato's hard because Pato, I mean, Tynan didn't really come up under AOJ either. He's from another gym.
Else too, right?
Yeah, but like Tynan was there when they were building, like as AOJ was getting built, because he came as a 16-year-old, I think.
Uh-huh.
So he's kind of been built from AOJ, like from the brothers, whereas Pato was already at that level when he came there. He's only been there for like 2 years. So
his game has changed so much because of him.
I don't know. He was already a world champion, I think, when he came there. But so yeah, Tynan was the one for sure. Pato's like his own entity to me. Like he doesn't even always fly like the AOJ flag when he competes.
Yeah,
like I don't think he was wearing AOJ stuff at this last one, or even at this last who's number one.
Yeah.
But that kid Ikaro smashed that. I was surprised. Those Armenian kids are dogs, dude. And he put it on him. And then the next fight was Jocko's daughter. I'm not familiar with the girl she fought, but she straight ankle locked her, in 2 minutes?
Real quick,
It was really quick.
Yeah.
The straight ankle lock is coming back, dude.
I think I've seen a lot of straight ankle lock. I know Jocko's daughter is obviously really, really good, but last time I seen her, I didn't think she was on that level yet to be on like a world champ in women's, but after that, she's on their path.
Yeah, I don't know if she's on there yet, but she's on the way up. But she left. I think she may live here again because I see her in a lot of the videos with Jocko right now. But she left and lived up north. I think she was in college, and she was training at Paragon, which is a very, very good school to train out of. So, and then the next fight was Sarah Galvao and Katie Carr again. I'm not sure of Katie. Like Sarah's a world beater. She's probably unstoppable for the next 5 or 10 years. But I just don't like her attitude when she's fighting. Like that girl was putting her in some decent positions, and she was just like looking around, like making stupid faces. I'm like, you're there to fight. You don't need to fucking
show off.
Yeah. That kind of bummed me out about Pato's performance. We'll talk about that again too. I don't remember the Ian Butler Victor Silverio fight.
Those are the big dudes. Oh, that was kind of boring.
Was it? No, I don't think so. That's way further up. And then
Oh.
Zach Kina versus Isaac Cordova. I thought Zach lost that fight. I don't remember the whole fight, but I remember thinking when they picked him to win, I didn't think he won that fight. I thought the other kid won it because that one went to decision too. And then the next one, Daniel Slather versus that Michael.
Oh, that's
Saints.
the one where they were the guys in front of us were like, "You think he won?"
Yeah.
They were like, "Yeah."
Yeah, because I just
He seemed more active.
Seem more active, put more. That Daniel Slather dude's on the way up right now. He's a new guy on the scene, kind of putting in the work.
Mm-hmm.
That Rafael Guides versus Paige Yvette, that was a fire fight. Those two girls that fucking went going at it. So Paige runs one of the programs at Legion. And the other girl, I think she said she was from Unity, right? Somewhere on the East Coast.
Somewhere, yeah.
Somewhere on the East Coast. That was a really good fight. And I think Paige would have won it if she didn't gas the last 2 minutes. Because what she get mounted? She got mounted, got stuck, and then ended up the last 30 seconds she came out and was on fire, but she gassed out for a solid 2 minutes. And I was talking to Brianna about it. She said that's pretty common for her to gas out. But her position work is great. Her ability to get into positions is crazy. She's a big chick. She's probably 5'10", 180. She's big. So that'd be a rough class to fight in. I like to see her versus Sarah. That would be a good fight because I think Sarah Galval. I think they're in the same weight division. I'm really trying to see Sarah Galval fight. What's her name? Dang. I have to think of it. The chick there's a chick, a black belt world champion. She's undefeated. She just did her first no-gi fight.
Oh, you're talking about from Brazil?
Yeah, she's from Brazil.
Gabby?
No, yeah.
Gabby's bigger than 180 though, isn't she?
They're all in that same weight class.
Yeah, Gabby's.
Yeah. I'd like to see Gabby Crisania versus Sarah Galval.
Yeah.
Or Paige to kind of see how they do.
I don't see Gabby losing anytime soon, man.
Yeah. Well, Sarah's only a brown belt, right?
You think so?
She's a brown belt.
Gabby's been unstoppable.
Well, Sarah Galval's on the same track. She's won the Grand Slam at every belt. She's the only person ever. I think she's 100-something fights undefeated.
Damn.
So I'd like to see that next for both of them. Because who's number one would be a good platform for that because there's no belts. Belts don't matter in who's number one. So it's just weight. I'd like to see that fight. That'd be a good one to see if Sarah's technicality and strength can outmatch Gabby's strength. Because Gabby's very good, but she's not super technical. She kind of fights more like a man where she smashes through positions.
She's a lot of smash passing.
Yeah, and she's smashing into positions.
She's pretty technical.
She for sure she's technical, but she smashes into positions, right?
Yeah.
You know, she's not back step passing and doing all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? She's not like a Pato.
Yeah.
She's more like an us.
Yeah.
But she's better.
Yeah.
If we were good, that's where we would be.
Yeah.
The next one was crazy. So this is the third fight on the main card, and Tynan was that low.
Yeah.
And he fought Hane Sousa. Man, Hane Sousa is a bad motherfucker. Tynan smashed him.
Yeah, he just worked him.
Took his back and choked him, in 3 minutes, 4 minutes? Beat the brakes off of him.
That was a good match.
And this is how you know that Pato is not really part of the AOJ crew. 80% of people left after Tynan. Not 80.
I didn't see that many
80% of the AOJ crew left after Tynan fought.
I don't know. I didn't see that many
all those kids left. Everything. Everybody left.
Huh.
Yeah, it was like a giant exit. That's so let's say there was, out of 100% of people in the crowd, 25% of those people were AOJ people.
Well, keep in mind, Tynan probably works really closely with the kids.
Tynan runs the kids program.
Pato doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
So if Pato
and then there's that rumor out there that Pato snapped Cole's leg.
Yeah.
I
don't think it's a rumor. I think Cole talked about it.
He never said who did it. They just said there was a training accident. His leg got broken.
I mean, you got to tap.
Next time?
Yeah, got to tap.
Ain't nothing wrong with tapping, dog.
Yeah.
Especially in the gym.
Yeah.
But that's a young kid going against a quote-unquote vet. But Pato's 24. He's young as
fuck, too.
Yeah, so it's it's a young dog going up against the established dog because up until that point, Cole hadn't won anything major at black belt.
Mm-hmm.
That was before No-Gi Worlds that he won. And Pato has won everything at black belt. I think he's won the worlds in the gi. I think he's won worlds no-gi. He's number one champion. He is the man. The only thing he hasn't won is ADCC.
Yeah,
and he got silver this year. I'm sure it's got to be Baby Shark versus Pato. That's got to be the next fight.
Didn't Baby Shark beat him? Yeah,
but there's nobody
with a
left
leg
for
lock.
him.
I think.
I can't remember. Did he actually submit him?
I think he did.
I
I'm pretty
remember
sure he
Pato
did.
was looking good, and the baby shark mounted him.
Yeah,
and
yeah. It was like
done.
it was just a weird. He just
Yeah.
caught him in something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. But it goes through that whole thing. It's like one mistake and
At
it
that
game
level.
over.
Yeah, well,
that
baby
level.
shark is the truth, dude.
Dude, he's amazing.
He's the fucking
He's
truth.
starting to look not so baby though. He's starting to look a little older.
He's like 27 years
I know.
old.
He's starting to look older.
But I'd like to see baby shark versus Pato. That's got to be the next
I love how he
season,
tried
we'll
to
look
change his name to like Megalodon.
Oh
or some
yeah,
shit.
and I was
That
like,
just
shut your ass up, dog. You baby
Yeah,
shark, homie. Until you can say it with your chest,
Yeah.
you fucking baby shark, dog. Because he still talks like this.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear him. I've never heard him speak Portuguese. Have you?
Yeah.
Does he talk like that Portuguese?
Yeah,
too?
same,
Oh, does he?
yeah.
Oh, I never noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was crazy that how many people left. But Tynan, I can't. First of all, I love Tynan. I've been talking about Tynan since we started. That's my fucking guy in Jiu-Jitsu. He's one of my favorites. They gotta stop letting him have that cast on.
I know that shit.
That stops a wrist lock.
Yeah, you can't wrist lock. It's because it goes from here to like here, so you can't even go for a wrist lock.
And it's also like a cast. So when he's clubbing, it's holding his shit
Yeah.
stiff. You know what I mean? The next fight after that, Ryan Ake, Lucas Lira, that was boring as fuck. I can't believe that fight was above the Tynan fight. That fight was super fucking boring. It's funny because all the Brazilians in front of me were saying what I always say: do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Stop fucking trying to bad wrestle.
Yeah, you don't know how to wrestle. Yeah.
You know, Cody's daughter got third in CIF this weekend.
She's going to Masters.
Yeah. That girl can wrestle.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers can't wrestle.
Yeah.
Stop wrestling.
Yeah.
Do jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
All right. After that was the fire card of the night. Roberto Jimenez versus Elder Cruz.
That was so good.
How fucking mad do you think Elder Cruz is at himself that he purposely took him out of bounds?
Didn't he take him out?
Yeah, he took him down out of bounds. Dude, Elder's always fighting like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, why did you shoot a double 10 feet from the edge when you know you were going to go out of bounds? If he would have shot that double earlier, that fight would have been so much different.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Elder's a savage when he's on top. Roberto flying armbarred him.
That shit was clean as fuck.
Got up and said, "No disrespect. Your name is Elder, but today you're my son."
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Ruthless.
Then he went on a rant about being respectful after talking shit.
Yeah, Roberto's the man. I'd love to see him win something big. I'd love to see him in the gi because I'm pretty sure he's not a black belt world champion. I think he won at Brown. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see him back in the gi because when he was a brown belt, he was small. Like he had like a huge growth spurt between black and brown belt. He's really young too. He's like in his early 20s. I'd like to see.
He's always fun to watch.
Yeah, I'd like to see Roberto in the gi win the gi worlds, retire from the gi, and just smash everyone in no gi. The problem is that he's so big and he's
probably trouble making weight.
I think he fights at heavyweight, which is 202.
208.
I think he fights at 208. But the dudes who fight at 208 are dropping.
Yeah.
And I think he's like a natural 208er.
Dropping from like 220.
Yeah, he needs to go down to like 180 to really, really compete. But I'd love to see Roberto Jimenez win ADCC, win no-gi worlds after he wins a black belt world title in the gi because he's a savage in the gi too. But I think he's really just been focusing on no-gi.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a
clean
that whole fight was less than a minute.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that takedown, that'd be the fastest submission of who's number one.
That was such a clean jumping armbar.
Dude. It was so good. And like Elder was tapping before he hit the ground. As soon as he threw his legs up, Elder was tapping.
If you look, he went it was interesting because when he went for it, he went to a triangle.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. So he jumps up, he catches a triangle, and then on the way down, he switches his foot to the armbar.
Man.
So I think the concept was to jump up, catch the triangle so that you can hold yourself up, and on the way down, you switch to the armbar.
Yeah.
Because if you go straight to the armbar, you might just slip out.
Yeah.
Because when he jumped up, he crossed his feet behind him, and as he started coming down, it was like, boom, switch. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. That kid that I sponsor, he fly armbars everyone. From every position, standing up, sitting down, wherever.
It's so crazy.
Like if you're sitting down on him and you try to like 2-2 on him, flying armbar. He's crazy. Yeah. He's doing ADCC this weekend in San Jose. The kid's a savage. We got to get him on here. Hear a little 14-year-old's perspective when he's fucking beating everyone up. He did a World League last weekend. He's 13, I think. Fought 17-year-old blue belts. He's a yellow belt. He won. Armbar and everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, his kid's a savage. The next, J-Rod versus Ronaldo Jr.
I was honestly a little disappointed in J-Rod's performance. He didn't come out with that fire. You know, obviously afterwards he people say things afterwards. He said he was really sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was watching something and he said he was really fucking sick for that.
He looks
event.
sick.
So, people say things
Yeah.
afterwards all the time, but he just didn't come out with
Yeah.
that fire that he normally has. So potentially that was it.
So I think I called this in the beginning that Ronaldo was going to beat J-Rod. If Ronaldo would have just done jiu-jitsu, he would have beat him worse.
Mm-hmm.
J-Rod doesn't understand or doesn't want to or doesn't know how to smash. It's not in his vocabulary.
He's just passed. Like
he's an outside he's an outside player, and when he gets on you, he's pretty stiff. But like I can't think of him really submitting many people. Like he submitted people in his first ADCC trials run. I think he had 6 fights, 4 submissions, but it was all like rear naked chokes. There's not a lot of like limb shit there, which is fine. I mean, the choke is king. Like choking is number 1 in jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not choking, your ability to finish submissions goes down. I think the choke is a higher percentage finish, right? So, excuse me, no disrespect there, but he needs to grind more. I think if he put a gi on, he would learn that aspect because you can't really outside pass in the gi. So like, I think if he learned that perspective, even if he did 1 gi class a week, just to learn the gi positions like Ronaldo did. When Ronaldo mounted him, there was no space.
Yeah,
the grind he had him in that arm triangle. It's like anybody else would have tapped that. Anybody else would have tapped that. Also, he's real
His
bendy.
face was super red when he got out of that.
Yeah, and then he went back to like I think they call that like post passing or whatever, like when you put your hand on their stomach and you start to like outside passing the way. That shit just like it doesn't work against high level jiu-jitsu competitors and the ones that
Gordon Ryan makes it work. He does the same type of fucking passing.
Yeah,
but he's also heavier.
He's on another level too.
Yeah.
But also Gordon smashes.
Yeah. He does a TP thing. And I've been watching a lot of matches of his, and that's something that
Gordon
I'm gonna start doing. Yeah, the way he like even passing half guard, he like grinds his head, like he TPs and he grinds his head in, and then just keeps his weight all the time. I was like, And that's something that I think J-Rod could probably get better at his division is because he's very light. And he leaves a lot of space.
Yeah. I got that style of passing from old Hoyler videos, like when Hoyler was fighting in the World still.
Mm-hmm.
And Hoyler was old then. He was almost 40 fighting in the Worlds against younger dudes. I wouldn't say they were quite as young as they are now, but younger dudes. That's Hoyler's method too. Hoyler will grab your pants like at the end, like the cuffs, and grind his head in and like Toriano pass the whole time. That's how I attempt to pass. Even from the half guard, if I don't come all the way up to my feet, I'll still try to pass in that way because like I don't have the dexterity to move your legs while I'm still passing. I got to have you smash for me to get past, you know. And I think I obviously I'm not as good as J-Rod, but I think it would do him. Even Tynan's been saying, "Hey, get in the gi, come in the gi, like do some gi stuff." Because if you like, let's say you put Gordon's game together with J-Rod's game, you would have an unstoppable athlete.
Yeah.
Because Jay's fast, his strong,
his athletic ability.
Yeah, his athletic ability.
Yeah, because if you look at Gordon, he's not super like. Obviously, he's built like a fucking monster, but he's not athletic like J-Rod or J-Rod. He's not jumping around and it's all heavy smash passing.
Yeah, they're both like freak athletes.
If you mix those two, I see where you're going.
Yeah, because Gordon will smash through your guard with like the most technical way to do it.
Slow and
methodical. And it's like, okay, here's your inch, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like you gave me that inch, it's over for you. You know what I mean? That's also how like Mika is. Mika will do that outside shit, but when he gets close to you, he makes a connection and it's over.
Yeah, it's game over.
That's what I think Jay is missing. Jay is missing the understanding of making connections, right? So, and it's funny that all those Brazilians in front of us were going for J-Rod over fucking Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people like Otto.
I just think it's because also J-Rod's kind of popular.
Yeah.
He's famous in the sense of YouTube and that too. So,
and he's a super nice kid. I've talked to him a bunch online too. He's super nice. I think even if he just put the gi on 1 day a week, you know what I mean? 1 day a week. There's a million schools down there that are good. Like he's friends with Tim Kennedy. That would be, and like Paulo would probably be the man for him to go train with.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be able to train with Paulo, but Tammy could.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, just the people that run, like fucking Giancarlo runs part of the program at Tim's school.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Bandoni is a gi guy. The same thing. Giancarlo is the one that beat him at ADCC, right? Giancarlo's not doing that crazy like outside passing. Giancarlo grips you, and it's done.
Yeah.
It's just grind. The same thing. Like all those new wave guys, they all have like a very gi based approach, and I would assume because Danaher started.
That's so random.
Yeah, Danaher started in the gi, and even though he has an MMA approach, I think he is more keep your head down, grind. And if you look at Henzo, keep your head down, grind. That flashy shit don't work, and that whole lineage comes from Henzo's teachings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just think it would do a lot of justice for Jay to put it. Even like you don't see Craig Jones outside passing. Craig makes a connection and makes you pay for it.
You pay for it.
Craig started in the gi.
Yeah.
He was fighting gi things all the way up until brown belt. I don't think he ever fought black belt with the gi, but all the way up until brown belt, he was fighting in the gi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the same thing with Nicky Rod. Nicky Rod lacks making connections. So I think that's there. And then especially at B team, it's a lot of guys who are on the way up who will fight Jay in his style. And there's not a lot of gi guys there. So I think that really works in his gym. But in the professional circuit, there's not many that I can think of that are strictly no gi competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Or
didn't start with gi. Yeah.
And J Rod, I don't think he doesn't know how to tie his belt. Nicky Rod doesn't know how to tie a belt. So like they've never worn gis.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the difference is. And like, did you see that? Who put it out? Do you know who Stuart Cooper Films is? He's an old school dude, like making like YouTube videos, but he makes like the good videos on shit.
Mm-hmm.
He put out one this week, and it was like a 10-minute quick video. He asked, I think it was Hodger Gracie, Sanji Hibero. There was like 4 or 5 other guys on there, and
some random kid on some quads.
They were saying, "Do you think the gi makes you better at no gi?" And everyone was resounding yes.
Yeah.
And so I think he just try. It's a different sport.
Yeah.
Try it out. Learn how to make a connection, and Jay would be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tynan. Tynan fucking grabs you. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
He's also strong as fuck.
I bet they're the same strong.
No.
Tynan's way smaller than J-Rod.
He did not look smaller than J-Rod.
No, I mean height-wise.
Yeah, but
so J-Rod is tall and lean and jacked, and Tynan's like 5'9".
He didn't seem that tall.
J-Rod's like 6 foot, 5'11",
Really?
6 foot. He's big.
Huh.
Do you see that picture of him and Danny?
Mm-mm.
He's bigger than Danny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I remember.
Oh, wow.
I'll get Danny send me that picture. I'm pretty sure he's taller than Danny. Danny's what, almost 6 foot?
He didn't look that tall from where we were sitting.
Yeah, he's big.
We were up higher.
But he's a lot thinner, and Tynan's like I've stood next to Tynan. Tynan's like 5'8". Jack Diesel. Yeah, Tynan's like as thick as I am.
Wall.
The boy's big.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you that picture of Tynan and Hoffa. And then the final fight, Diego versus Keith. I was kind of let down a little bit by Diego.
I enjoyed it.
It was a great fight. He did the show off thing too, but like, should have submitted him. He should have subbed him.
Didn't he submit with a rear naked choke?
It went to a decision.
Did it? I thought he got him in a rear naked choke.
Yeah. Keith is a savage. Keith is one of the best dudes at that weight. He made Keith look like a child.
Yeah.
But he couldn't submit him.
I mean, who knows if he didn't try? I mean, it's just, or do you think he was just playing around too much?
I think he was playing around too much. I think he should, but I also think he was having trouble. Keith is good.
Yeah.
And then Pato kind of plays that. Pato plays like that outside passing game from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not making a connection. He's just stopping you from passing, which works because he's real big on leg stuff. Yeah. So he's looking for leg entanglements. But it was a great showing for Pato. But I mean, he should have submitted him.
Yeah. But overall, I thought the whole event was great. I freaking
great event.
I really enjoyed the atmosphere. I really enjoyed everything. The way it was just set up, it was perfect. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
For that size of event, I thought it was perfect. That was cool. I would definitely recommend going to Who's Number One. The price is just right too.
It was $50.
Well, we got that coupon code, but even without the coupon,
it was like $46 each.
Yeah, it was like. I think without that coupon code, it was like $60, $61.
$60 with the.
And really, there's no seat. I honestly thought that our seats were better than those VIP tables.
I thought that too
because the way they were stacked. If you were in the back, you're not seeing it.
Yeah.
So the normal seats, I think, are much better.
Yep.
But I would say get there early. so that you can pick
Yeah.
a seat next to the exit.
Yep.
Because if I was way on the inside and I had to I wanted a beer, I gotta take a piss, like
Yeah.
that would be annoying.
Yeah.
But because we got there early, we were
Mhm.
able to just go and had perfect, like, hey, let's grab a drink, let's
Yeah.
go to the restroom, whatever is right there. So
Yeah, it was a great event. I want to go to that one in Dallas or in Austin. We should go.
we talk about it. Yeah, a couple of things newsworthy. Uh, what's his name?
You quitting jiu-jitsu again?
John Danaher.
Oh, he's gonna step back.
May step back from coaching the professional team, which I thought was kind of crazy to hear him say that he's going to.
Oh, I didn't read the whole statement. I didn't realize he said that. I thought he said he was stopping for a while.
He's got to get hip surgery. His hips is finally going out, and then he also needs knee surgery on that same leg. So he said he may never be able to coach professional, and he might when he comes back, he's just going to coach hobbyists. But I don't know. Obviously, I'm not that level, but like the fact that he's saying he can still coach hobbyists, but he can't coach like the pros. Like I didn't never see him like in there rolling with these guys, so I don't understand why he would be saying.
I think he maybe can't do the moves anymore, where he could like walk people through doing them, and you can't walk a pro through doing a move. You need to show them the positions properly. But he's always taught hobbyists. He teaches that.
But he's only going to teach hobbyists.
Yeah, but I think daily he still teaches at Hensel Gracie Georgetown.
Yeah, I think he still does.
Yeah, because also that Big Dan dude teaches there nogi.
But he's saying he's only going to potentially do hobbyists.
Well, I'm
assuming that means Gordon's.
I was going to say up. I think that marks the end of Gordon as a competitor to step up and run New Wave.
I think. So up until this point, Danaher is probably the best jiu-jitsu coach ever.
That's probably correct, yeah.
In terms of the quality of athletes he's producing, and taking high-level guys and coming in.
Wait.
You talk about taking someone like Mergali and bringing him into Nogi, and within a year he's fucking, at the top level already. And not to say obviously he already had skill, but I think he's just got that. He just has it.
Let me say some caveats. First of all, no fucking Marigali got beat by a purple belt at fucking ADCC, got his shit pushed in.
Wrestling, yeah.
Judo.
Yeah, I feel like if
he fucking Hirai Goshi'd his ass.
I feel if he didn't, he for sure got thrown. But
twice.
I think if he had not fucked up his shoulder, because that's the next news thing I want to talk about. If he had not fucked up his shoulder in that throw, that he probably would have won.
He was on. So it's hard to say, right? Because
it's very hard.
Did he pause in the fight because his shoulder is fucked up? Because he didn't tap from the shoulder; he tapped to a darce.
No, well, yes.
So, but what I'm saying is, Pixley was on that darce instantly.
Yeah.
So was it because he was injured and in his mind paused for enough time?
Lost in a second. Yeah, where you're like, fuck, what just happened?
Yeah, and enough time for Pixley to jump that darce.
That's why I'm thinking. So I will never know, but I feel like if he didn't have his shoulder get busted, he more than likely would have won that match.
On Marigali's side, he was already one of the best competitors in the world.
Yeah, but
he's from one of the best. But he just never. He's from a gi school.
Yeah, I know.
He's from a bunch of schools, but his last team where he was winning all the shit was he was fighting for Dream Art.
Yeah,
and Dream Art has the savages of savages in Brazil. Like these guys aren't really known here yet, but like all the colored belts coming up are all world champions at Dream Art.
Well, that's a good segue into the next news thing I was saying is Mergali announced he had to have a second surgery on his shoulder.
Oh, hold on. I want to go back.
Oh, okay.
So Danaher definitely has the best competitors right now. It's probably undoubtable. His depth.
He doesn't have a huge team, but his competitors he has
are the best. So his depth is not there. I would say Autos probably has better overall competitors.
But I think that's by design because
he's putting the effort
because his pro are invite only.
Yeah, he picks the best ones.
But Autos and stuff like that, I don't think it's like that.
Autos has like 30. Oh, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Sure, yeah. You can't just go to the comp classes.
Yeah, but they allow more.
Yeah, because they're in a bigger environment, right? So, but Galvao has grown that.
Yeah,
you know, what I mean, he's grown.
He's had longer,
and people want to come train with Galvao. And if you look at the quality of coaching, you would have to say Galvao is better because he was also that high level competitor while running that comp program. And for what I understand, he was still running the comp program while competing.
That's crazy.
So but even to go further back, if you look at the amount and the depth of competitors that Autos has, or the amount and depth of competitors that Alliance has.
But here's the thing: I've seen other like black belts that have gone and trained at Autos,
Yeah.
that have gone and trained at New Wave. They go to New Wave, and after they're like, he is the best fucking jiu-jitsu coach in the world. They don't ever go to Autos. They give Nakov all his credit. Like obviously he's a fucking.
Well, who left? Who left
bastard.
Autos? Went to.
No, I'm not saying they left. They just went and trained there. Not like left. They just like visited to train at because they train.
Yeah.
They just went and visited, and they're like, he's the best.
Well, let me take another step back into history. The original powerhouse team in jiu-jitsu, Gracie Omaita. They had the depth of world competitors in gi and no gi.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably, one of the best no gi grapplers of all time is Sanji Cabero, who was strictly a gi guy from Hoyler, and his brother Sal.
Mm-hmm.
Sal is also considered one of the top 20 no gi grapplers of all time.
You have to take into account for their time.
Sanji was still smashing motherfuckers up until 2019.
Gordon? Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but he's not smashing Gordon.
You know who he did smash though multiple times? Roger Gracie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's the only person that Rogers lost to consecutively. Sanji is a savage, and he fought.
You know who just rolled with Hodger?
Oh yeah, Buchecha?
No.
They're training this week together.
Yeah, no. What's his name? Bald Gracie dude. When we went to the event, he showed those nasty ass.
Half? Oh.
He was just rolling with him.
Yeah, so I would think out of respect that Hodger wouldn't go crazy on Half, and then the danger is there. Because if I don't care if they're cousins.
Yeah.
If Half catches you,
you're fucking hurt.
You're fucked.
Yeah. It was a good roll.
So why would you not just fuck? I would just be framing on. I don't even know what I would be doing. I'd be fucking like
hiding everything. Yeah.
Dude, Half is a dude.
But anyway,
so yeah, that must have been that retreat because Buchecha was there too, and Roger was showing Buchecha this way to like folding pass, and you could see like Buchecha's eyes were like, "What the fuck?" And he was just like folding passing on him, and like I don't know what they're saying because they're talking in Portuguese, but Buchecha says something, and Hodger gets back on top and like does this, and he's just like, yeah. I mean, so but Sanji beat Hodger gi and no gi, I believe, every step of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji, I mean, in 2019, he was invited to ADCC. I think he lost second round, but he's also 40, and he's been training for 25 years. So Sabrina knew Sanji when he was a kid. Omar knew Sanji when he was like 11, 12 years old. So he was already training. Sanji was already a colored belt when Omar started.
Yeah.
So he's been training his entire life, and Sal is the same way. Sal fought Hickson. I think he lost to Hickson, but I mean so the Gracie Mites has that same lineage that New Wave is putting out now, and they had longer depth and the same thing. But if you look at Hoyler's if you Google Hoyler and start reading about him, he's considered like the OG general of jiu-jitsu. He ran it. So I think it's hard to say that Danaher
you just have to, but you have to separate the competitive between then and now.
But real quick, I mean the level's higher now, no doubt. But also, Danaher didn't give Gordon his black belt.
Was it
Gary Tonin?
Gary
Tom
Tonin.
I think together gave it to him.
Yeah. Gary Tonin was a savage too. He still trains. He don't compete anymore, huh?
He was fighting MMA. I don't know. I don't know if he's still fighting because he was fighting.
I know Gordon submitted him.
Yeah, he kind of got his shit pushed in. Oh, Gordon's 100 pounds more than him.
Submitted him. No, I think it was when he was a little smaller.
At ADCC. Yeah. They were on the same team. Savages. But definitely Danaher's in the Mount Rushmore coaches. No doubt about it. But I think this signals the era of Gordon's end of competitiveness. I think right now, if you were to put him on the mat, just based on what you see online, Nikki fucks up Gordon, and Gordon doesn't want to take that chance. And if I was Gordon, I wouldn't either. Go out as the GOAT.
You're the GOAT, yeah.
And I mean, who is he going to fight again? He's fighting Kynan again. He's already beat Kynan 5 times.
Who is
Gordon?
He's got a fight coming.
ADCC next ADCC.
I thought he pulled out.
Did he say that he's done?
I'm pretty sure he said he wasn't doing ADCC.
But yeah, so that was supposed to be the super fight was Kynan and him again. He's already beat Kynan.
And that's probably why he's
there's nobody left for him. The only fight left for him is Nikki, and the risk. You got to look at it from the Craig Jones side. Craig Jones beat Marigali. He beat everybody but Gordon. And he's like, why am I going to give these fucking idiots a second chance to beat me? I've already beat you. I'm going out on top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you might even say that Craig beats Gordon right now.
There's no way.
Dude, Craig still. Everyone at fucking B team says that Craig won't train. He's not training. Won't train for 6 months to show up and beat everybody.
I believe it.
Yeah. He pushes Nikki shit in everybody.
I believe it.
So,
but I don't think He was the closest one to submitting.
Gordon let his arm break.
Gordon,
Didn't he?
yeah.
Well,
he didn't break, but he had it.
So Gordon, you might have to give that to Nikki because Gordon, you would say,
But
Gordon,
those are EBI rules.
Yeah, but you say Gordon today is better than Gordon 5 years ago. You probably agree with that, or if you look at the timeline, maybe not those exact times. Nikki broke his fucking foot.
Yeah, he broke his foot. Yeah, for sure.
Not in overtime, right? That was
normal.
Yeah, that was in regulation.
Yeah, he caught him in the
broke his fucking foot.
Yep.
So you'd have to, but so look at it now, like, so you would have to say that Gordon's mental fortitude is probably unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna let your fucking foot break,
I wouldn't say he's the only one. A lot of people have gone. I mean, look at Mikey Musacchi's sister. She let her arm break,
and then came back and won, didn't she?
No, she lost.
Did she lose that one?
But I mean, she would finish the match with a broken arm. Her arm was just fucking.
Jacare won a fight with the broken arm.
Yeah, he did. He tucked it into his arm. So that mentality's there. Yeah. Not, I don't have that mentality. Fuck that. I need my foot.
Yeah, I need that foot. I got to work tomorrow.
But I guarantee you, like Craig is the same way. Why do you think his foot bends the way it bends? I'm sure it's been snapped fucking millions of times, and now it just goes like.
I think Nicky has that too, because he hasn't been put into Nicky Rod hasn't been put into that situation where anybody.
Well, I think a lot of them, even his brother, Jay, is the same. Have you ever seen him? There was that one where he was in an arm bar. Oh my god,
he was tore his fucking shoulder coming out.
Yeah, it was just like, there's a certain level of breed of person to get that. So I don't think Gordon's alone in that.
Yeah, but I'm saying you have that and you have the skill, but I think now you have the rust. Mm-hmm. And I bet Nikki beats him right now.
I think possibly, for sure.
Yeah.
But if you were to set up a
does Nick I don't think again, going back to the original part of the subject is I think Danaher is signaling the time for Gordon to be a competitor is done.
Remember, Gordon said when Danaher is done, he's done competing.
Yeah. So I think you're at the signal of Gordon taking the role of Danaher, being the next guy, and I would say probably undoubtedly Gordon becomes the greatest coach ever.
Yeah.
His ability to
that's why I was going to go with that.
Yeah.
Is that I think he will be the greatest coach ever. I have some of his videos.
Yeah, he's a great instructor.
I love Danaher's videos, but they're too deep. Yeah. Sometimes they're way too deep. But Gordon takes what Danaher teaches, concises it a bit, condenses it a bit, a little bit less of the extra jargon and philosophy, but still talks about the reasons of why. And this is why you do this. And I think that is going to undoubtedly, he will for sure be the future GOAT of coaching.
Yeah.
Like he's going to put out people that are just absolute killers.
Yeah. And to post myself a little bit. So Friday mornings I'm teaching now, Friday at 6 a.m. And that's what I'm doing. Like I'm talking out loud as I'm doing things. And I may not talk to the person like that's there, but when we're doing the warm-ups, I'm explaining why we're doing this warm-up. Because I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and I was showing him like the footwork aspect of things and like why we do like inside and outside when we warm up. And I was like, it's not a warm-up, it's a jiu-jitsu movement. And Omar happened to be walking by and he stopped and he's like, yes, this is correct. And like it's kept going because everything you do in a jiu-jitsu warm-up is an aspect of jiu-jitsu. And people need to realize that.
It's not just the warm-up.
Yeah, and I'm trying to push that as I'm teaching.
Well, I think that's where Danaher has that whole he has a whole video on it's boring, but it's literally like solo drills and it's like shrimping, reverse shrimping. Yeah. But then he really does again, he'll talk to you about shrimping for 40 fucking minutes. Yeah. And why it's so important.
I did that a couple weeks ago.
But it's like and normally people just see it as a warm up. Like, no, it's not a warm up.
It's not a warm up. It's a technique. Yeah. And it took me until probably mid blue belt when I was rolling with Leo one time. I was rolling with Leo and Leo was smashing me. And I got out. I got out from the bottom and I started 2-2-ing. And then I dove back into the half guard and he crushed the fuck out of me. Then at the end, he was like, why didn't you do this and that? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, do you know the warm up? And I was like, yeah. He's like, that's a jiu-jitsu movement? And I was like, Mm-hmm. So he's like, look it. He's like, you frame on the face and you stand up. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. And that like opened my mind to seeing the differences in what I thought were warm-ups and what I thought were jiu-jitsu movements. Like if you're a white belt watching this shit, learn how to shrimp. And you don't need to do fancy ass shrimps. What you need to do is the ability to move while
make space.
Make space. Yeah. And then take the space away. Yeah. I think we talked about this last podcast, but the stand up or the judo aspect of jiu-jitsu happens in movement. And in jiu-jitsu happens in the space or the lack of space. Yeah. And creating or taking away connections.
Again, I know we like to shit on Henner and whatever.
Those motherfuckers are
But
amazing teachers.
they have a whole thing specifically built on. They have a weird diagram, but a big part of it is built on connections.
Yeah.
When to connect, when to disconnect, when to disconnect. There's a whole list of different things, but that's what it's based on. Is like, and that those are just two fundamentals of knowing when to connect and disconnect from somebody.
That's what I'm working on in my game. I can't remember if we talked about this in person or on here, but like, I'm trying to adjust my half guard for bigger, more skilled people. Like, I was talking to Misa actually about it last time I rolled with him. It was like my half guard doesn't work on people my level. Because it's they know everything I want to do, so I have to change the movement.
So I watched this. I think you need to start learning how to do the John Wayne sweep.
Yes, for sure. Because that's got to be in the repertoire.
I saw this, step A, B, C, D, where it's you go for the John Wayne sweep. They post out. Boom! Now you have the underhook.
Yeah,
and then you can start working the underhook. Yeah. And then if you can't get the underhook, or once you get the underhook, if you can't get the back out, it's like boom, back to the guard.
Yeah,
like that's three. It's like the steps, right?
Yeah, for sure. The John Wayne sweep has been goddamn. It's been on my mind to start working on.
If not to hit it, to create to set up the movement, to get your arm in, and so you don't have to always rely on, because this is the thing is, if I frame and then try to swim under, people know that. Yeah. But if I go for a John Wayne sweep, they post out. Now I'm making either I get the John Wayne sweep or boom, now you got the underhook. Yeah, which is where you want to go.
The other thing I've been trying to work on too is like me versus you. If I'm on bottom, you're gonna win on top because you have. I don't know where the fuck we were, but I teach 6 a.m. Friday mornings. If you want to learn some fucking basic good
camera
shit,
overheated. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. That was a good one. We'll try to go to another who's number one. I thought that was amazing. Good time. If I can only give one good thing about Flow is they throw a good event. Other than that, your website is crap. Fuck your website.
Your website is zero.
Yeah, zero. Anyways, peace out.